Hello and welcome to English Fluent Talk channel. My name is Sarah and I'm so happy you're here today. I'm from Australia. Today I would like to talk about my life in Australia. I work as an English teacher at a university. Every day I meet students from all over the world who are passionate about learning English, and many of them are curious about life here in Australia. So today I want to share my story with you. Not just about my journey as a teacher, but also about what it's like to live in Australia, the culture, the lifestyle, the little things that make this place feel like home. Whether you're dreaming of studying in Australia, traveling here, or just curious about daily life on the other side of the world, I hope this gives you some insight and maybe even a little inspiration. So, grab a cup of tea or coffee and let me take you on a little trip to my world. 1. Growing up in Australia. I was born and raised in Melbourne, one of the most multicultural cities in Australia. Growing up here meant that I was surrounded by people from all backgrounds: Asian, European, Middle Eastern, African, and that gave me a deep appreciation for diversity from a young age. My childhood was full of sunshine, backyard barbecues, beach trips, and long summer holidays. We'd often go to the coast, swim in the ocean, or take road trips into the countryside. Nature is a big part of Australian life, and I feel lucky to have grown up in a place where clean air, open spaces, and wildlife are right at your doorstep. I remember going to school in the mornings, wearing a school uniform, carrying my lunchbox, and saying "G'day" to friends and teachers. It's simple, but it's part of the culture. 2. Why I became an English teacher. I always loved languages and storytelling. As a teenager, I was fascinated by how words could connect people, change minds, and open doors. So when I went to university, I decided to study English literature and linguistics, and eventually pursued a teaching degree. Today, I teach English to international students at a university in Sydney, and honestly, it's one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. I get to help people find their voice in a new language, and I get to learn about their cultures too. Some of my students come here nervous and unsure, but after a few months, they're giving presentations, making friends, and even telling jokes in English. Watching that transformation is powerful. Teaching isn't just about grammar and vocabulary, it's about connection, confidence, and community. 3. What life in Australia is really like. So, what's life really like here in Australia? Well, Australia is relaxed, open, and friendly. People are generally laid back, and we love to make small talk even with strangers. You'll often hear someone say, "How's it going?" even if they've just met you. Work-life balance is important here. Most people value their weekends, spend time outdoors, and try not to stress too much. We call it taking it easy. One thing many people notice is how clean and spacious Australian cities are. Even in big cities like Sydney or Melbourne, you'll find lots of parks, bike paths, and places to relax. Another thing is multiculturalism. You can walk down one street and find a Vietnamese restaurant, an Italian cafe, a Middle Eastern grocery store, and a sushi bar all next to each other. It's beautiful. 4. The Australian accent and slang. Now, let's talk about the Australian accent, and yes, the slang. At first, our accent might sound a little strange to some people. We tend to shorten words and speak quite fast. For example, afternoon becomes arvo. Barbecue becomes Barbie. McDonald's becomes Macca's. And we love to use words like mate, cheers, and no worries in everyday conversation. It's very casual and friendly. If you ever visit Australia, don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. It takes time, but once you get used to it, you'll probably start using some of the slang yourself. 5. Nature, wildlife, and weather. Australia is famous for its wildlife and natural beauty, and it's not just a stereotype, it's real. We have kangaroos, koalas, wombats, and colorful birds that you might even see in the suburbs. I once had a cockatoo land on my balcony during breakfast. From the Great Barrier Reef in Queensland to Uluru in the outback and the surf beaches of Byron Bay, Australia is full of incredible landscapes. If you love nature, this is a dream destination. The weather can be quite different depending on where you are. In the north, it's tropical. In the south, we have 4 seasons, but even winter is mild compared to Europe or North America. We get a lot of sunshine, which is probably why Aussies are so active and outdoorsy. 6. Food, coffee, and lifestyle. Let's talk about something important: food. Australian cuisine is a mix of everything because of our multicultural population. You'll find food from all over the world, often with a local twist. We love breakfast culture: eggs, smashed avocado on toast, and strong coffee. And speaking of coffee, we take it very seriously here. Flat white is our signature drink, and you'll find amazing cafes on every corner. We're also famous for things like Vegemite, Tim Tams, and meat pies, though not everyone loves Vegemite on the first try. As for lifestyle, Aussies value freedom, space, and being down to earth. You don't need to dress fancy or impress people, just be real. 7. Advice for anyone wanting to study or visit Australia. If you're thinking of coming to Australia to study, work, or just explore, my advice is go for it. Yes, it's far from many places. Yes, the flight might be long, but once you're here, you'll discover a welcoming, safe, and inspiring place full of opportunities. Australians are generally helpful and open-minded. Universities offer great education, and there are so many things to see and do. Whether it's learning to surf, going on a bushwalk, or having a late-night chat with friends from different countries, it's a life-changing experience. Don't be afraid of your English level. You'll improve every day, especially if you speak, listen, and ask questions. You don't need to be perfect, just willing to learn. 8. What Australia has taught me. Living and teaching in Australia has taught me a lot. It's taught me to appreciate diversity, to be curious about the world, and to never stop learning. It's shown me that language is more than just words, it's a bridge between people, cultures, and ideas. And it's reminded me that kindness, honesty, and a sense of humor go a long way, no matter where you are. Every student I meet teaches me something new. Every class is a chance to grow, not just as a teacher, but as a person. Conclusion. So that's a little bit of my story and a little glimpse into life in Australia. I hope you enjoyed this journey with me. Whether you're learning English, thinking of visiting Australia, or just curious about the world, I hope you found something helpful, interesting, or inspiring in this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to English Fluent Talk for more stories, tips, and real-life English. And remember, no matter where you're from, your story matters too. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep speaking your truth. Good luck!